Hi, I'm Rockin' Robin, and today's recipe I'm making lemongrass basil chicken. We're going to serve this over some jasmine rice and broccoli. Now the sauce in this is nice and creamy. It is a coconut-based sauce and really delicious, guys. So I'm Rockin' Robin, and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. Let me go over the ingredients for you and we'll get started. First off, we have our chicken breasts. So you can buy boneless, skinless, and then just cut them, butterfly them, you call it. And you want to pound them out so that they're about a ½ inch thick. Now these here happen to be the thin sliced ones that I got on sale at the store, and I still need to pound them for just a little bit. Next we need our broccoli. I just cut this into florets. Just, bite-sized pieces basically. We'll need some jasmine rice. We'll cook that up as we're cooking our dish so everything's ready at the same time. We'll need some lemongrass, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. You get that obviously in the produce section. We'll need some fresh basil, and don't chop up your basil right away, guys, because it tends to turn black. So we're gonna chop this up right before we put it in the blender. So we'll need some fresh lemon juice. I have a shallot here. We'll need some salt, garlic powder. I have some green mild chilies here in a can that I drained, and we'll need some Thai green curry paste, which is a really mild type flavor to it. We'll need some full fat coconut milk and some olive oil. Okay, so I want to show you about the lemongrass. We're going to work on that and the shallot onion to get us started. So with the lemongrass, we're going to cut off the end here. And the lemongrass is quite fibrous and even a little tough. You can hear that kind of crunchy sound. And then we're going to cut off kind of the end because it really gets fibrous when you're down at this end of it. So I'm going to cut off about this much of it. Okay, so then at this point I'm going to help break down the fiber so it'll be easier to cut, and we're going to just pound it. You can see how it kind of just breaks it down a little bit. And if only you could smell this, it has a beautiful, mild, citrusy lemon smell to it. It's really nice. So now I'm just going to cut this up into thin pieces so that it's a little easier on my blender to we're going to puree this. So I'm going to go ahead and chop all this up, and then we'll get to the shallot. All right, so next comes our shallot. So I'll just cut off the ends here. You want to peel off, obviously, the outside. So with the shallot, I'm just going to, cut this a little bit. Watch your fingers, guys, because it's, very small to work with. We're just going to mince this up nice and small. Shallot's really nice because it's it's sweet. It has a little sweetness to it, which is nice, and it's a very mellow flavored onion. So for our meal, guys, we need to start our rice. So I'm going to cook my rice right over here according to the package directions. It's just about ready to get going. And then in this steamer over here, I'm going to cook my broccoli, and that'll take about 8 minutes or so. And so then we'll put everything together at the end. So we're going to get started with our shallots and lemongrass. So I've got my frying pan here over, let's get this started at medium heat, and I put in a little bit of olive oil to this, maybe a tablespoon or so, and in goes the lemongrass and the shallots. I'm also going to add the green chilies to this. So we're going to saute this for about 10 minutes or so, 10-12 minutes. So here's our mixture after about 12 minutes of sauteing. This process is, softening up those lemongrass fibers and making this easier to blend in the blender. And of course the onions are, softening up and caramelizing and getting just a tad bit sweeter. So now we're done with this. We're going to just turn this off for about 5 minutes, let it cool because it's going to go into a blender. All right, guys, so now we're ready to work on our sauce and get that done. So I'm going to add the lemongrass and the shallots to the blender. Next goes the green curry paste. I'm going to add the salt, the garlic powder, and the coconut milk. All right, I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of lemon juice. Now we're going to add the basil. So what we want to do here is just stack up the leaves and just roll them up just like this, like a cigar. And then just, you know, make slices. We don't have to be really small with this because it's going in the blender, but I wanted to give it a head start. Let's give it a little bit of a chop, and that goes in the blender. So now we're just going to pour our sauce into a saucepan to keep it warm. Now we have everything ready. We have our rice, our broccoli, the sauce, everything's ready, nice and warm, and it's time to cook the chicken, which this should cook up pretty quick. So I'm just going to lay these pieces down, and since, you know, our sauce is where all the flavor is coming from, guys, we're going to just salt these a little bit. I'm going to put a little salt and garlic powder on them. All right, it's time to turn the chicken over. So I like to check the chicken, just cut into it, look for, you know, pink, that looks good. Obviously you don't want to overcook your chicken breast because they dry out, so let's pull these off. All right, everybody, got everything done here. We got the rice done, so let's serve some of this up. You know, a little broccoli on the side there. And then, of course, our chicken. And I'll just lay a piece right on top like that. And the best part is the sauce. And you can just drizzle it right over the top. And then when you know, what I like to do is cut up the chicken and then just kind of mix everything together, the sauce and the rice and the broccoli. Fantastic, guys, really good. So let me take a taste. Of course, I got the sauce in there, the rice, and the chicken. This is really good, really delicious, pretty simple to put together. The flavors, you can taste the coconut, and it's not too spicy at all. It's just incredibly good. I think you guys are gonna love this. So I hope you'll try it, you know, give it a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you really like it, you know, please share it, it helps me out. So, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I've got a button for you if you wanna see more, you know, recipes like this. There's a button right up here on the screen, and there's one down below the video. So click that and you'll be notified every week when a new video comes out. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate you taking the time out to watch my video. So thanks again. We'll see you next time.